Hi friends, if you are thinking about moving to Hampton Roads but you don't know exactly where in Hampton Roads you want to go, no worries. Today I'm going to get you some more information specifically on Newport News. Let's go! Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. If you are new here, my name is Taylor Hudgens. I am your real estate agent helping you make Hampton Roads your home. So today I really wanted to give you some more information about Newport News because I helped a family move there recently and they absolutely love it. So I wanted to make sure to give you some more information too, just in case you might love it too, in case it's your next home, you never know. But I'm going to try to cram as much information into this one little 5-minute video as I can. But for everything that I can't pack in here, make sure to check out realestatetoday.com/Newport News. So where the heck is Newport News? Newport News is actually, of course, one of the 7 cities of Hampton Roads, but it's going to be on the peninsula side and it's going to border most of the James River of the peninsula. So to give you some general guidelines of where you're going to be commute-wise from Newport News, you're going to be about an hour to the Virginia Beach oceanfront, about 30 minutes to Williamsburg, and about an hour to Richmond, just depending on where you are in Newport News. So I know a lot of people also move to Newport News because they're transferring here for military purposes. So with that, there are lots of military bases around Newport News. If you are transferring to Fort Eustis is in Newport News. So of course you're gonna have a commute of anywhere between 5 to 20 minutes, just depending on where you are in Newport News. If you are headed to Langley Air Force Base, which is in Hampton, you're right next door. So you're probably gonna have a commute that's 10 to 30 minutes, just depending on where you are. Newport News also has tons of fun stuff to do. So if you're like me and you enjoy the shopping scene, make sure to check out City Center at Oyster Point. They have tons of shops, little movie theaters, cafes, restaurants. If you're looking for a great date night or just a hangout night, it's a good spot for you to go check out. Newport News also has a ton of parks and outdoors activities. So if you like the outdoors and adventuring, Newport News is a good spot for you. There is the Newport News Park at the northern part of Newport News, which has biking trails, also has a lake there, so if you want to go kayaking, it's a good spot. You also have the Mariners Museum and Park that has of course the museum, but also the Nolan Trail. That's a huge walking trail that circles a lake, so also a good spot. I'll also link up here one of the videos that I did about places you should see in Newport News if you want to see some live footage of those spots. If you need to check out school ratings, I'll go ahead and give you the top 5 high schools in Newport News, but also make sure to check out greatschools.org. They're going to give you a full list of all the schools in Newport News, and they're going to break it down by high school, middle school, elementary school, and all the ratings and details of each school, so make sure to check them out. So the top 5 high schools in Newport News are going to be Denby High School, Heritage High School, Menchville High, Warwick High, and Woodside High. So make sure again to check out greatschools.org for individual ratings on each school and a full list of all the schools there in Newport News. So if you are thinking about moving to Newport News, then investing in real estate in Newport News is a really great idea. So let me give you some background. So of course Newport News is on the peninsula, Hampton is on the southern side of the peninsula, but Williamsburg and Yorktown border Newport News on the northern side. So Williamsburg and Yorktown are very high in value, and what's happening is people that really want to be in those areas but can't really afford those prices are kind of trickling into the northern side of Newport News. So again, it all really depends on where you are in Newport News, but values are definitely going up. So to give you an idea, an average 3-bed, 2-bath home in Newport News is going to cost you anywhere between $225 and $275. Of course, there are cheaper houses, and of course, there are more expensive houses, just depending on size, condition of the home, things like that. Most houses in Newport News are usually on the slightly older side, so most of them are built between the 1950s to the 1980s. It's kind of where a lot of the houses were developed in Newport News. So a lot of them tend to be a little older, but there are lots of investors in this area. So most of them have either been flipped or updated since their time of original build. If you are thinking about buying a home in Newport News, feel free to head over to realestatetoday.com to check out all the available homes on the market that are currently there, just so you can get an idea of what might work for you and your family. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. If you have any questions about moving to the area or leaving the area, feel free to leave all of those questions in the comments below. I make sure to answer those all personally. So again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.